it's Beer America, and we're kind of at a new location here. I am Paul Leone with
John Pinkerton
and Jason Lyon. We're here at Rahr Sons Brewing in Fort Worth, Texas. And Jason, why don't you talk a little bit about what where Rahr Sons is, a little bit of the history.
Well, the brewery started back in 2004 when Fritz moved to Fort Worth. He grew up in Minneapolis, grew up at Rahr Malting and Brewer Supply Group, and basically grew up in the brewing industry. Came to school at TCU, was a swimmer on the swim team. Went into the railroad business, didn't really like that, wanted to get back into the brewing industry, so he and Aaron opened up the brewery back in 2004. And we've been going along pretty well since then, up until February 12, 2010. The roof collapsed on us. We had 12 inches of snow. And
in Dallas, I was living here. I had just moved here, and it's like, yeah, snow. And then I heard, oh, man. But it was heavy, thick stuff, right? And it just collapsed.
It was just really wet snow. Put a lot of weight on the roof, and it was an old roof. And the building was built back in, I think, in the 30s or 40s. So it's a pretty old building. And now it's got a brand new roof. So
actually, the whole facility is kind of taken on a whole new look. I mean, I guess your fermenters are mostly the same, but
they're just kind of a different look now since we don't have a rust-colored roof.
We've got a brand new cooler and apparently a brand new bottling line out of the deal.
New cooler, new bottling line. We got a new barrel room, had a Cubic climate controller, 60 degrees for barrels.
Very cool.
But, and real briefly, the history of Rahr Sons goes much further back than 2004.
William Rahr came over from Rhineland, Germany in 1850 and moved to Manitowoc, Wisconsin, where he started basically what now is Rahr Malting. He started the Eagle Mountain Brewing Company and kept that going for a while until he died. But his two sons took over and renamed it to the W.H. Rahr Sons Brewing Company in Manitowoc. And after Prohibition, they closed down the brewery, but kept the malt house open. And ever since then, it's been going strong as Rahr Malting.
That's wild. You see, that was a point that we were talking about earlier that I didn't. Obviously, the name is the same, but I didn't make a connection that it was actually the same family, same company, and all that.
And for those that don't know, that's pretty big.
It's a big brand of malt.
Yeah.
I think they're like the third largest in the country, maybe.
Right on.
So what are we drinking today? What are we trying?
This is our winter seasonal. It's our winter warmer. It's English dark ale. It's not quite as thick as like an English barley wine, and it's not as old or as oxidized as like. I guess it'd be more like a new ale instead of an old ale. It doesn't quite have that oxidation character to it. But
it's like a new old ale.
Yeah, a new old ale.
A new old ale.
Let's get this started.
Can't have it sitting there.
There we are.
How old is this? You said. How long ago did you start brewing this?
The beer itself we've been brewing, I think since '03, I believe. But this one is it's a fresh. We just brewed this not too long ago, and it's got our new label on it.
And the nice glasses. Look at the glasses. So that was meant to be drank out of a glass like this.
We always try to pick an appropriate glass for all our seasonals. So we have the snifter for that.
I just want to point out this is my first beer of the day.
yeah, exactly. And it's
after we shot a lot of episodes yesterday. Work.
Wow, this is nice.
It should have a lot of dark fruit, and we have a lot of dark malts in there. And, it's pretty. It's not too heavy on the alcohol. It's probably around 8%.
See, I wouldn't have guessed that at all. To me, it tastes very low, like a 5. Which is good. I love that because. It takes like any booziness out of it right away. 'Cause I'm not a big fan of like.
See, that worries me.
It's
the
some of our stronger beers. They tend to not taste very boozy, so it's like
it's a mark of quality in my book.
Yeah, my favorite is our spring seasonal. It's the Bucking Bock. That's a Maibach, so it's really light color, and you can easily put back a lot of it, but it's 7.5%, 8%.
It's what I call the tap you on the shoulder effect.
Yeah, this is nice.
Hello.
So what are you tasting, John?
Big malt, of course. Nice kind of hint of roast there. Yeah, that's a lovely beer. Now, I understand you have a version of this that is barrel aged as well.
We take this same beer and we age it, and we've gone through a couple of different varieties of barrels. We usually do Maker's Mark. This year we tried out Jim Beam. So
cool.
We age it for about 10 weeks in whiskey barrels, and then we package it. this year we're actually doing it for the first time in 22-ounce bombers. So it'll
Wow.
actually be available. You can go to the grocery store and pick it up.
So essentially, you're doing a masterful job of keeping the alcohol content integrated and then putting in barrels so you get that boozy character back.
Yeah, but we get a lot of good vanilla flavor out of it that we blended back with some of the unaged stuff to kind of tone it down and make sure that it's sort of right at the balance that we want. Because unlike some bourbon barrel aged beers I've had in the past, man, just bourbon bombs.
Oh yeah, super hot.
Yeah, it's almost like a Boilermaker instead of an actual beer.
So 10 weeks for the winter warmer in the barrels. How long for this winter warmer?
Sits in the fermenter probably. Try to age it for about a month.
About a month?
and half
Okay,
Before
yep.
we package it.
All right.
That's after fermentation's complete, so it's probably 2 months.
Excellent.
Well, I am very pleased to be kicking off today's.
I'm very
episode
pleased to
with,
be here.
Such a nice beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. Beautiful facility.
Thank you.
And just to let everybody know, there's not a lot of craft breweries, especially in North Texas. There are two. There's Franconia that's way up north of Dallas, and then here in Fort Worth. So if you're ever in Fort Worth, you guys have tours.
Yeah, we have tours every Wednesday and Saturday Saturdays from 1 to 3, Wednesday from 5 to 7. Wednesdays are kind of the cooler days to come because we have we sort of do our specialty one-off beers that sort of a brewer's choice. We basically sometimes we'll take wort from the batch that we're brewing and we'll hop it differently, or we'll use a different yeast, or we'll add in steep some different grains and just do something different.
You have like a little fermenter that you do the.
We just basically take half barrels and pull the stems out.
Oh, cool. So it's almost like doing little
it's
homebrew batches.
But we have some of our friends that are homebrewers in the area. We have them come up and they'll take some of our wort. And,
that's cool.
They'll make 5 gallons for themselves and give us 10 gallons and we'll ferment it and start it on Wednesdays.
That keeps it interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that when you're brewing in a production brewery like this, you get into something of a routine where you're pretty much brewing the same thing every day. I mean, of course, we're craft brewers. We get to do, exercise our creativity to some extent, but after a while, you're kind of doing the same beers over and over again. So it's nice to kind of be able to mix it up like that. Of course, on my end of things, we're a brew pub, so we get to play a lot more. But even in brew pub, you'd be surprised. I mean, you've got a sort of standard lineup. The seasonals are not exactly happening every day.
You're taking the glamour off of it completely, you guys, because you drink all day. It's like a vacation every day when you come to work, right?
Yeah, we sit in lawn chairs and
exactly right.
It's
there
really
are girls in bikinis running around. You can't see them on camera right now, but they're here. I assure you.
Right, exactly. Well, thanks so much for having us. And again, if you're in Fort Worth, come to Rahr Sons. Cheers. Thanks.
Cheers, gentlemen.
I like this a lot.
It's like it's got that full.
It's not
thing
thick,
going on.
which I don't like thick beers. This is like really nice, just
Try
easy to
make
drink.
a lot
Does the body good.
Yep. Nate.